Hey guys, Beard here. Finally finished Paperboy. Yes, the game has been out forever, even if you don't count the decade before it came to the Xbox. But I noticed pretty quickly that there isn't a whole lot out there when it comes to videos or strategy, so I figured I'd chip in. After the first two houses, just unload on the third. Break as much as you can because you're going to get some more papers right here out front. And then do the same thing on the next two non-subscribers because you'll also grab another stack right out here in the street. Watch out for the slow kid on the tricycle. Always aim at these jumps for an easy 400 points. Wait for the first one to go by and then get in the street, and then wait for the second and then get across for the rest. Here's the hardest house in the game. Just slow down as much as you can, be careful. If you miss it, it's no big deal. It'll make perfect delivery even easier the next day.
That's casual.
So that burglar is going to try and break into the house for a week straight. Never really figures it out. For the obstacle course, I usually went left, just because that seemed to be the easier way later on when there's more obstacles. Whichever way you choose, just treat it like the rest of the game. You want to get a routine so you can memorize it and then just stick with it. High five, Bleacher Man. There you can see for a perfect delivery, the bonus doubles to 500 points per house, so that's where it really pays off. Speaking of which, you're going to need, I'd say, at least 2 perfect deliveries during the game if you want to guarantee yourself those 2 extra guys. Again, just unload on that house, you'll refill right here. Hey Paperboy, I'm just sitting in my car in the driveway, okay bye. As long as there's just one remote control car, which is going to be Monday through Thursday, just wait for it to go by and then go. When there's more of them a little bit later on, I would speed through first off, otherwise you have to wait for a gap, it's a little bit harder. Again, slow it down for this guy if you can. For the cats, I always speed up, I never wait for them to go, just speed right past them.
What a great toss.
What a great toss. I must be a tosser. I've been pulling on it, it just doesn't, I don't know, is there a latch inside? At about this point every day, you'll pretty much know you're home free. These fighting guys and the drunk guy coming up shouldn't ever give you any problems. So Monday through Thursday are pretty easy. You should get the hang of them pretty quick, be able to memorize them, which is good because you're going to need all your guys for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's your first extra guy at 15,000. Okay, this is where you want to start going left across the grass right here. Sometimes this drunk guy doesn't show up on Wednesdays, but he will for the rest of the week, so you want to just plan from Wednesday on, just go across to the left.
All right.
How do blondes drive cars? Parked in their driveway, apparently. Not above blonde jokes, no sir. Okay, this is the worst enemy in the game right here, this stupid hoop. I think maybe the developers had run out of ideas at this point. You just picture them around the table, they're kind of throwing in pitches. One guy's like, hey, how about a remote control car? Other guy's like, oh, what about real cars? Other guy's like, hey, what about circles? Yeah, circles, and it'll go in a circle. Get it? Yeah, I don't know. What do you do for harder difficulties? More circles. And I thought about speeding up the video at parts just so it didn't go on forever, but I figured it helps to notice how fast I'm actually going in the game because you don't want to go too slow, or there are these obviously very deadly Africanized killer bees that will come out and get very angry if you go slow on a bike. Very specific. Eventually that putz will run out and mess up the sidewalk. Just take a tiny left and go in between the sign and the dirt. It's easier than it looks. I'd like to think that hearse is delivering a new dead body every day. The guy in there is just kind of stocking up on dead bodies just in case he runs out of dead bodies. Still only one remote control car here, that'll change tomorrow. Again, always speed up for the cats.
Don't tell my boss.
I don't know, I can't get in there. I didn't worry too much about getting it in any of the newspaper boxes. The porch is always easier, and it's more important that you just make those deliveries. The extra 150 points just isn't worth it. There's your next extra guy at 30,000. If you don't get to the end of the obstacle course, those guys in the bleachers will still high five. No high fives will be lost, so don't worry about that. And this guy will set off a second bomb, but it won't matter because you know where to go right in between. All this stuff right here, if you always take this path just barely in the street by the curb, you'll never have any problems. This spot seems to be the sweet spot for most of the game, really. Now there's more than one car. Like I said, try and speed past first before they even come. I was not successful, obviously. These guys just go in between the first and second skateboarder. It's another thing that's easier than it looks. Is somebody pushing them? No, they're just circles that go around in a circle. I don't know, maybe if I jiggle it, it's just really difficult. Again, at this point, you can kind of relax. You're pretty much home free. Don't hit the boxers or the drunk dude. Oh good, the guy in the glass house resubscribed. Listen to that cowbell. This game features plenty of cowbell. Christopher Walken at one point played this game and said, okay, that's enough cowbell. It is the 80s, so watch out for breakdancers. 4 circles that go around in circles. I'm telling you, it'll work. Yeah, I got pretty lucky here, I'm not gonna lie. I guess I could break the glass, but I mean, it seems like a lot of trouble. Okay, before, right here, it made sense because they were fighting each other, right? What are they doing now? Are they trying to fight me? Is that it? So which one was the guy that was like, okay, check it out. If we just get in a line, and then we start swinging our arms, right? When the Paperboy comes by, if he walks into our hands, boom, we got him. Fail-proof. And there you go, extra guy number 3 at 45,000. Perfect delivery on a Saturday even. It is possible. I got pretty lucky for this whole run, actually. This was only the second time I ever made it through. And the first time, I had 0 lives left, so yeah, really lucky.
Right in the mailbox.
The second car is usually going slow enough that you don't even have to worry about it. Hey, why don't I build a house of glass?
I didn't need it.
And remember, dying can be a strategy, especially in these later levels. If you pick a spot that's giving you trouble, just plan on spending a life there. And then when you respawn, it'll be a clean slate and you can just drive on through. I don't know, I can't get in there. Have I been doing this for a week already? And again, once you get a routine, try not to break it. I thought I'd get all fancy and hit one of these boxers, and then I drove right into the drunk guy. And that's it. I already had the achievement at this point, but it should pop up for you somewhere around here. Looking back, it's actually not that bad. Altogether, it might take you 4, 5, 6 hours of actual game time, but don't worry, it actually feels like a lot longer. So you have that to look forward to. If you have any questions, feel free to post them up here in the comments, on the blog, Twitter, whichever. I'll answer back. Alright, later. Beep, beep, beep. I must be a tosser.